Welcome back. So, today I got this tree here. I'm gonna wait for some of y'all to get in here. But welcome back, everybody. I hope you guys are doing well. Right here, I have a walnut tree, right? So, some of y'all be asking, like, what plants you can use for cleansing, what plants you can use for protection, stuff like that. And one thing I'll tell you is this walnut tree is actually amazing. Also, along with papaya, I was talking about papaya in the comments, or on the chat, basically, on our little community board. But the walnut tree, you guys can use this for cord cutting. There's also a really traditional bath you can do with 9 walnuts. If you guys hear that deep breathing, it's this nigga. If you guys hear that deep breathing, that's where that's coming from. Okay? But so I wanted to let you know this helps with cord cutting, infertility. If you guys are having infertility issues, this also helps with love, but specifically protection, banishing. This is really good. And then for masculines, or if you guys are trying to have like a kid or something like that, this builds up the stemma in males. The stemma, okay? But this is also really good for removing parasites, okay? And when we talk about parasites here, we're talking also about spiritual parasites. So keep that in mind when you guys are trying to use walnut. This is black walnut. So another thing I wanted to say too is the walnut itself, when you were to crack this open, it's shaped like a brain, right? Walnuts are used for mental work. Walnuts are used for clearing the mind, strengthening the mind, mental abilities, right? Okay? But you guys can be also, I would say too, the one thing about walnut that a lot of people do not know, it's used for baneful magic. At times. So there's walnut ink that people use. But I would say if you guys are trying to make the bath, right? And I will have walnut up on my Etsy and the walnut leaves. But if you guys are trying to make a bath, right? He wants the ball and shit. But if you guys are trying to make a bath, you guys would take 9 walnuts. Some people use 6. And I'm also going to tell you about this bark. The bark is important. But 9 walnuts, you boil that in a pot of water. I would say for 3 to 4 hours, about 4 hours or so. Now, when you boil this water out with the walnuts, this creates a lot of steam, right? The steam, you don't really want that much steam. You're manifesting, your intentions are set. You are setting your intentions. So I just want to let you know that too, for some of you guys that are doing this. Also, walnut stains tubs. So if you got a white tub, you don't got a black tub, you need to make sure that you're also as above, so below. The walnut tree, you're gonna fill up the water halfway in the tub. Okay, this represents below. You're gonna put the mixture in. Okay, that's the middle, and then above. And this shit is very powerful. Okay, some of you guys could just be using the powders. I'm gonna be making some powders here, but if you guys can get your black walnut in hand, or just make sure you have it. We're gonna talk about the bark in a second too. So this bark is very powerful. People ages and ages and ages before, they've used walnut trees for banishing witches, for warding, for for different shit like this, okay? So it's been said, and there's another girl that talks about this on YouTube too. But this also comes out of old folklore magic, these tales, these wise tales. But if somebody were trying to get you, throw something at you, and you know who the target is, you inscribe, you put their picture, their name, birthday, in the walnut tree. Okay, and I can't give all the tips out, but basically you need nails, but this is to get rid of somebody basically, or if somebody is trying to torment you, if somebody is trying to throw something at you because of ill intent, they will feel this shit. They will feel it. But it's really good for you guys to know the plants that are out in your backyard. That's one thing I will tell you. It's important to know that too. Like, you need to be making your powders. Where is that? I can't find it on here. You need to be making your powders. You need to be looking into things. You need to be saving these things. A lot of you guys be walking past plants, your mango leaves. There's a plane passing by right now. A lot of these things will help you. And you guys are trying to figure out from the basis, why is this shit not working? You guys gotta have a lot of respect for your ancestors too, because this is what I feel like some of you guys, the whole conversation topic on ancestors and stuff like that, could be interesting, an interesting subject entirely. But you will be shown, and I feel like a lot of you guys, where you guys are physically located now, there's a lot of mapping that you guys are going to be doing too, with your guys' world, the actual given world here, what you guys have around you. And I feel like everything, this is where it starts, you know. And it also takes a lot to ground yourself within it. So take time to do it. It's very important. Now this nigga, he wants this ball. He wants his ball. He said shoot. So you gonna throw it? Let's see. There we go. But I hope you guys enjoyed this so far. If you guys have any questions, comments, let me know. And I will be back with more informational videos also. But the reason I'm also recording these videos too right now is because I'm outside a lot. And you guys haven't been seeing me pop up. And this is why. So if you guys are wondering what's going on, the loquat flower, you got the bird of the bird of paradise. You guys can be using certain things. You have persimmons, the magical properties of certain things, limes, oranges, lemons. What properties do they have? Because they are very specific in protection on some of these things too. And also bringing abundance. So a lot of you guys need to ingest these. A lot of you guys need to properly take spiritual baths and air dry. Or you guys could be called to do this. I don't know if I made this because some of you guys are called to take a spiritual bath, create, or you guys are trying to do something in regards to manifestation. You guys are wondering why the fuck it's not working. Your intent. The one thing I'll say too is that when you're manifesting and you guys have set your intent, you guys should not be heavily focused on that manifestation, if that makes sense. Like, you guys release it to the universe, right? And as that is done, you should be receiving forms of like action, calling, downloads, being guided. I heard intrinsic, right? And I feel like that will come for you. Literally, that will come for you. It will come towards you. It's not something that you will have to run towards, basically. And I think that's what's going on here with y'all. So this may be a video about walnuts, right? But for some of you guys, this is a heavy download. So enjoy, embrace life, be outside, do what you guys need to do, and study and write everything down. Grab your notebooks. You guys find something, write it down, look into it. You don't know why it's there. You're about to find out why, because you may actually need it as a resource, or it may be a resource that was used by your ancestors. You do not know. And a lot of you guys need to be holding these plants and meditating with them, feeling the vibration, the energy. A lot of these plants too, and a lot of these things are offerings. And I feel like when you guys are taking from nature and stuff like that, you guys need to put something back, right? But a lot of these plants, some of you guys could be called to give these things as offerings to the ancestors. I don't know what's going on there specifically, but let me know down in the comments. Get the likes up on this video. For the two of y'all that be writing, my ride or dies, my two ride or dies. Hey, boos. How are you guys doing? 10:30 on the clock. I hope you guys are having a beautiful day. But this is the topic on Walnut. I'm not going to make it overdue, over too drawn out, but I love you guys. I will be back, probably with a reading. I know it was Halloween. I was making, I put a little 9-second thing on there, but I was making the brick dust, and I charged it, specifically the brick dust itself, yesterday night with that energy, of the veil also. And then there are other herbs and roots, specifically a very specific root that I'm going to add to that I feel like is going to be very beneficial. And that's available. Well, it will be available on Etsy when I'm finished. I'm not quite done yet. There's just one thing I feel like is really going to bring everything together and set it off. And now it's drying. And no, it is not walnut leaf, but it is an even better plant that you guys should be using for warding, protection, purification, cleansing. I'm hearing uncrossing also. Some of you guys could be getting into some type of uncrossing work. But I will be back, you guys. Bye. Love y'all. Oh, yeah, make sure y'all go outside or something. Please. Go outside. Go. And you know what's funny? It won't let me end this. Hey, Soul Source. What's up? But you guys, I'm going to try to clock out of this, but it won't let me end it. That's very interesting. It says, are you sure you want to end the stream now at this point? So, bye, you guys. But yeah, that's very interesting. So, I'll be back.